Hello friends, welcome again to the tetrahedron chemistry classes. So guys, in today's class I am going to discuss the synthesis or the action of another very important drug which is now frequently used in our country, especially in the India, which is the aspirin. And yesterday I told you actually the synthesis and the uses of the phenacetin actually, right? But remember, this phenacetin and the aspirin, they both actually action of phenacetin as well as this aspirin is same, but that phenacetin is much more toxic than the aspirin. So aspirin is a little bit safer when you compare this drug with the your phenacetin. Okay, however, you know, yesterday I told you the phenacetin is banned now in the country, but we are using this aspirin. Okay, and it is very important to keep this drug in the family, actually in the house, in the home, where actually one of the family member is suffering from the heart diseases. Basically it is blood diluter also, right? It can the person can survive from the heart attack, right? And you can have enough time to go to the hospital, right? Because it is blood thinner basically. So this is aspirin, and the molecular formula of the aspirin is C9H8O4, and this is the structure. Okay, basically it is your 2-acetoxybenzoic acid. This is the IUPAC name of the aspirin. Okay, how you can give it how you can give the IUPAC name to this particular compound? Say this is your carbon number 1 and this is your carbon number 2. Okay, because this COH is the principal functional group. So at the position number 2 you are having this substitution, this which is your acetoxy. So this is your 2-acetoxy, and this is the derivative of the benzoic acid. This is the IUPAC name. And if you go for the action, how it works, it is analgesic, that means pain reliever, and it is antibiotics. It can actually reduce the fever also. Okay, and it is anti-inflammatory also. Say whenever you are person is having, not you are actually this is my bad habit, whenever I am discussing these drugs, and generally I use the term if you are, if not you are, actually I am very sorry for that. If some person, right, if some person X is suffering from swelling actually, so this aspirin actually will give you the relief from this swelling also. It is inflammatory, analgesic, which actually reduces the pain. Okay, antibiotics which reduces the fever, or anti-inflammatory actually which reduces the swelling. Okay, you should know. Then there comes the toxicity actually. So it is liver toxic, but less toxic than your phenacetin. And it can, see, if person is having the allergy, so it can give the person a skin rash. Skin rash is the another problem. And then in the actually, you know, the medical sciences, there is another very important term which is tinnitus. Tinnitus means the affected person which is having the toxicity of this aspirin, the person or the patient can hear the sound from him or her body itself. That means the sound will come inside the body of the patient. With this is known as the tinnitus. Okay, and sometimes it can give the person the breathing difficulties. So that's why it is not advisable to give the aspirin without the permission of the doctor to the patient of the asthma. Say if some person is having the history of asthma, bronchial asthma, then you cannot give the patient this aspirin, because it can trigger the asthmatic attack. You should remember this thing. Okay, this is very, very important, you know. Okay, and in the market, you know, this Aspirin is very common in the Indian market actually, right? Whenever a person is having headache, the person immediately consume actually this Aspirin actually, right? Aspirin and aspirin, they are the same thing. Okay, personally I am telling you that this Aspirin actually suits me. Whenever I have the headache, I take this Aspirin and my headache will gone. Okay, so this drug suits me. Okay, so now I have discussed the side effects also, and sometimes say how we can use. Basically it is used in the analgesic mode basically, right? The important function is the analgesic. Say if person is having toothache, you can gargle with this aspirin, okay? Or if some person is having headache, then person can take this analgesic. Sometimes in arthritis also, this Aspirin in little arthritis, right? Not very severe arthritis, but in the mild arthritis, this aspirin works actually. Okay? This is important. But the important thing is that you should store this Aspirin or aspirin in the airtight container. This is the problem with this. Because the nature of the aspirin is like that. If you keep this drug in the open environment, it can absorb the moisture from the atmosphere and gives the reactant back, which is the salicylic acid, and you know the salicylic acid is the toxic. So that's why it is very important to store this drug in the airtight container. And if you want to synthesize this drug, and again it's very easy to synthesize this drug. You can take your orthohydroxy acid. Orthohydroxy acid. So this is your benzene ring, this is your OH, and this is your COOH. Orthohydroxy acid or salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is the general name, and orthohydroxy acid is the IUPAC name. And very simple reaction you can do. Again, you actually need your acetic anhydride to synthesize this. So you can write CH3, okay, then C double bond O. This is bonded with the oxygen here. This is carbon double bond oxygen, and again you are having the CH3, okay. It is a very simple reaction, guys. Please remember, it's a very simple reaction. So now what can happen? This hydrogen which is present here, it can grab this oxygen along with the electron, and you can remove actually your acetic acid from here, and your resultant product would be your aspirin, okay. So this is the benzene ring, and then this is your COOH, this is O, CO, CH3, this is the aspirin. So these are the pretty simple things which you should know about this, okay. So this aspirin drug, this question may be asked in your upcoming end semester examination, which is actually I'm going to start from 6th of the June, right? So this is very important for you. So that's it for today. Thank you very much.